My name's Annie Young, and I'm a community activist here in the Phillips neighborhood. I live at 26th and Longfellow in District 4. Originally, I was an old hippie in the early 70s and ended up at a land cooperative, an intentional community outside of Winona, Minnesota. And at that farm, we became an organic farm. We worked hard with the community and the county departments so that they wouldn't spray chemicals, so that we could, in fact, make our land and keep our land pure and natural, 356 acres. And that taught me, that experience, even though it was flowers and peace and love and everything was wonderful and community and communal, the fact remains that a lot was learned and given a base in the appreciation of land and Mother Nature, and that's how I got involved. As you see here, sitting by my garden, I still continue to garden. I felt blessed when I was able to move into this house, and this garden that you see behind me is, this is its 17th year without any chemicals, and everything grows immense. Besides the flowers and the vegetables, also the weeds. Saving the environment, the mess that we've made over the last 50 years here, something different's got to happen. And I believe that from community development to building community, community organizing can be done through a variety of methods. And I think greening is one of those, along with arts and culture, to just the basic organizing and having protests and events. And that all of this is called building community. And in Minneapolis, we pride ourselves on the fact that we have a city that exudes community, and much of that is through its green and greenness. I'm working on a project here in my neighborhood. Our neighborhood has just completed a 10-year struggle behind the building of a county garbage transfer station. And I'd like to take you folks over to the site and show you the progress we're making in the community and making this an environmental model, an environmental center. Well, here we are at the current existing Minneapolis garbage transfer station. As you see, this is a 50 to 60-year-old building. I think it's almost 60 years old now. This actually was a burning incinerator for garbage, and it is still used by the city of Minneapolis for garbage transfer, exchange, and drop-off. Behind us, as we go this afternoon, as we walk this site, it was the proposed site for a garbage transfer station to be built by Hennepin County. And the purpose of a transfer station is to unload garbage trucks from all over the county and retransfer those trucks in order to go down to Herc, to the big burner in downtown Minneapolis. The neighborhood, based on a lot of work that it's done over the last 10 years, had decided and knew that because of the commitment of Minneapolis residents to recycling, that we were doing a very good job as citizens in reducing the solid waste stream, and we really believed that this transfer station was not going to be necessary. Now, the city and county are still battling about this building. The county decided not to build a garbage transfer station, their originally planned 12-acre site, but they would like to reconfigure this site and make it acceptable as a household hazardous waste citizen drop-off center. And the neighborhood, even though it really didn't want that, has decided that that is better than any of the other options we had before us. And so with the work of the commissioners now, we're working on what can be developed here and other sites. The Green Institute Committee has identified as part of its mission to create new models for reduction of solid waste and a way to maintain a balanced urban environment. And we're hoping that not only will this be a place where citizens can gather and exchange and learn about reusing materials, one of the key components is an apprenticeship program where at-risk youth, young adults, are able to learn about rebuilding, restoring products so that we can get away from our throwaway society. When you bring your ant and rodent and paint, pesticides and cruddy things over here to the citizens drop-off site, you can also bring the debris, not the debris, but the usable materials out of your garage and front porch over here to the Exchange and Reuse Center. And this is a program and a project of the Green Institute. And I think you've all been waiting and are wanting to know. I've talked for the last 25 minutes about the Green Institute. And I'd like to tell you what the Green Institute really is and what it's all about. The Green Institute is dedicated to non-oppressive environmental restoration of our urban community. The Green Institute will strive to create and maintain an ecologically balanced urban environment through economic development, education, job training and creation, and fostering environmental awareness. Now you may say, well, she was reading that, and what does that really say? But we want to enhance the environment. We want to help people learn about how to go about changing your lifestyles. And it isn't just individuals, it has to also be the entire community. And so our dream is that at the Green Institute, people can come see by example and models ways in order to change their life. And we believe that this business center can be operated with renewable energy. We hope to have solar photovoltaic systems and wind turbines and use the resources of Minnesota. Well, here we are sitting, I hope, in the middle of the foyer. Actually, we would be actually inside the business incubator now, the Green Institute. I hope in 4 years. We think it's going to take a while for the city county to end their garbage dispute. And we do have a little problem with this land. As you can see here at Hiawatha and Lake, you can imagine that this land is highly contaminated. We've asked the county to proceed in doing the soil tests to figure that out. This little street we're sitting on right here is the old Hungry Hollow, where the homes were taken out about 12 years ago during, at the beginning of the garbage transfer station struggle when they cleared the land in order to build the transfer station. The Green Institute, the actual building where we're sitting, it will be a business incubator that will house 15 to 20 entrepreneurial small green businesses that produce products and services in an incubator style light manufacturing center. We also hope to house some nonprofit environmental and advocacy organizations. We hope to have classrooms, an auditorium, a reference library, and services where every resident in the city may come and take classes and learn about changing their lifestyles and through appropriate technology and energy conservation. Most importantly is that we want the business incubator to employ people in the community. We see 200 to 300 jobs possible and thousands of more educated through our education and community programming. We have a long ways to go. This, as you see, is a huge piece of land. We have a lot of things that we want to do with it. And we believe that the county, the city, the neighborhood revitalization plan, and the Phillips community can come together and make this an incredibly beautiful, useful space in the city of Minneapolis. The main thing that makes the incubator and the business center here, the Institute, so unusual will be its outside services. The fact that we want it to be an appropriate technology center, that we will work with the community garden people at Sustainable Resources Center and have model gardens here on one of the corners. We want everything to be an indication to people that people come and see how you live and how you can survive living in a different way by cutting down on your consumption and use of plastics, fossil fuels, and all the other things that have created this garbage mess that we have that got us all into this. We have a saying in the Phillips neighborhood, and that is that the transfer station struggle taught us more about garbage than anybody would ever want to know. And now we want to take that garbage struggle and what we've learned and turn it into a positive experience and something that will impact this neighborhood. We have a long-range plan. Some of us that live right here in this community within 2 or 3 blocks, we'd like to, within 30 to 40 years, see a solar wind village that would be developed out of the Green Institute that would help homeowners provide energy efficiency, insulation, and a variety of ways that homeowners can improve their space. And what we're trying to do here is do this all for these kids that you see walking right through this space. This is to make a better environment for these youth so that they understand and we give them a planet that's worth living on. Currently, the Green Institute is renting office and desk space here at People of Phillips. If you're interested in volunteering, donating money, your company's interested in time and services and being involved in the Institute, you can call us. Our office hours are Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons, and our phone number is 874-1148 here in the heart of Phillips at 11th and Franklin. We hope you'll become involved. It's time for everybody to take a part in changing their lifestyles for a better future, and thank you.